Hi guys, welcome back to another Bourbon Santa video. Today we're doing Nashville Barrel Company. Who is Nashville Barrel Company? They are basically an independent bottler. There's a lot of that in the Scotch world, and there are a lot of companies that source bourbon and put their finish on it or whatever and put stuff out. But there are very few companies that are dedicatedly doing that only. Just buying barrels and putting them out as single barrel products. And that's what Nashville Barrel Company is doing. Now this one is pretty cool because this is their first run of bourbon single barrels that they've put out. This is 5-year-old MGP. Pretty much, I think everything they do is cast strength. I haven't had any Nashville Barrel products that weren't cast strength. And I think I mentioned it's MGP. Yeah. Well, this is MGP, and this is a different mash bill than you're used to from MGP. They don't say what it is, but it was bottled or barreled, distilled specifically for them. And this has no finish on it. This is just a straight up bourbon. And I got this from a local liquor store here in South Florida. And it's their single barrel pick bourbon. Now, Nashville Barrels has done a bunch of other stuff. I've got a couple different ryes that they did that are phenomenally good. These ryes are actually also MGP ryes, but these are two different single barrels that I have, and they're both amazing. They've also done some rums and some other things, but this rum, outrageous. It was finished in rye barrels, and the first time I tasted it blind, I thought this was a rye. And I thought it was a rum-finished rye. Little did I know, it was the exact opposite of that. Rum finished in rye. And it's outrageous. So, as you can see, I've had a little bit of this. I got this a couple days ago, middle of last week. And I tasted it at the liquor store before I bought it. And I immediately got 5 bottles. For a couple reasons, but one, because I was so impressed with it. And as you can see, I have put a little dent in this bottle in just a few days, half a week. So I'm going to share with you now. So let's nose. It has a really nice amount of toasted grain. Like that's what I get on the nose, is like toasted corn, of course, and it just feels like a whole kit and caboodle of different grains, like granola notes that are all toasted and molassesy and honey smeared on top. There's a nice amount of rye coming through, and they don't disclose the mash bill, but I'm pretty sure I'm picking up wheat. So this could possibly, I have no way of knowing this, but I would not be surprised if this isn't a 4-grain whiskey. Would I like to know that? Of course I would. I love more information, but when I smell and taste something amazing, I'm going to grab it anyway because, wow. The rye note has a like chocolate coating it. It's like milk. Yeah, it's like milk chocolate coating it. And the rye is just magic. It's so sweet and effervescent and just, ethereal. I'm going to taste it. Oh my gosh. Okay. Woo. Oh my god. This is not a whiskey that you need to Kentucky Chew. It almost feels like it's swirling in your mouth on its own. There's so much going on. You get this really nice wave of rye, and then this wave of caramel, and then this wave of chocolate, and then this wave of almost dusty corn notes, like toasted, like poppycock or caramel corn. Super mouth-watering. The finish goes on and on, still going. It gives you a brief chest hug, and then it, like warms your belly, and then it just slowly fades from your palate, leaves you with like a buttery, thick viscousness, viscousness, I don't think that's a word, in your mouth and back of your throat, like coats it like honey. Like when you have a sore throat and you take a tablespoon of honey, it just coats your throat. It's a throaty coaty, as it were. Oh. Oh. Ooh. Second sip was like brownie batter with rye in it, like rye grain, rye bread, whatever. Like there was green rye in the brownie batter. In my mind's eye, that's what I see, is like brownie batter with green leaves in it that represent the rye. Wow. That's ridiculously good. Oh my gosh. If you get a chance to check out any Nashville Barrel Company stuff, just give it a go. I haven't had anything from them yet that has disappointed me. So when I see Nashville Barrel Company products, I automatically want to taste it, want to grab it. So easy buy. Oh, it gets a little more evergreen on the nose as you're tasting and sipping. A little more spearmint, the rye starts to show forward on the nose after you're into it a little bit. But that dark caramel, molasses, buttery richness is right behind it with cherry and vanilla and just hanging out. Oh. See, now I'm getting like coffee notes. Chocolate coffee. My daughter made a mocha coffee thingamajig that she makes, iced coffee, and I tasted it last night, and this just reminded me of that. Like chocolate and coffee notes. The bitterness, the sweetness of the chocolate and the bitterness of the coffee together. That taste just totally reminded me of that. And then right back into the spearmint and mint and effervescence of the rye. Oof. That is a hellaciously good whiskey. Bourbon, because it keeps changing on you. It doesn't stay one thing. It keeps evolving and changing as you're tasting it. And to me, that's what I want. That's what I want out of whiskey, is I want something that's complex enough that I can sit with it and enjoy it and just keep picking out new things and going on a funky adventure. That's what I want. I want funky adventure. I don't want a 2-note Sally. I want a funky adventure. Take me for a ride. Anyway, till next time, cheers with an empty glass. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.